Hello and welcome to our field focus. We're going to continue with social media. We had been looking at our audit, and I hope you have got the sheet and carried out your audits on the platform that you use most prevalent. But of course, I think we've got 6 different platforms, and you can begin to track your progress throughout 2024 to see how you can find innovative ways of attracting more followers through giveaways, through exciting content, through polls, through raising your profile, being ubiquitous, so making sure you're seen, heard, and noted across all of social media. I can't impress enough that just doing a wee bit of social media here and there is not going to get you traction, and therefore you will not build momentum. It's very, very important that you take your brand, your book, your business seriously and do whatever it takes to grow that list, to have those raving fans, so that you can get those reviews and those recommendations, so that your books will sell and so that your business will grow. So I want to talk to you today about social media platforms and why you might use them. So let's look at that, because your social media is definitely, I've just lost, hold on, just trying to find something. I was sure. Okay, I'm going to need to re-click something. I don't know what happened to the one I was looking at earlier. Anyway, so presence on social media is all about your brand. It's all about you, and it's all about projecting that brand identity, the brand personality, and making sure that it's consistent across social media platforms. Now, we touched on why you might be in certain social media platforms. So let's take a deeper dive into that. And there's going to be a handout that goes with this. I should have had it. We can't find it. So it might come mid this this session. So when you are on the right social media platform for you and your book, it will help skyrocket your book sales, because you get those raving fans. They'll go and buy your book, they'll tell their friends, and it just snowballs from there. And of course, this is a digital age in which we live in. So we have to get with the times. We have to be digitized, which means we need to be across social media. It is essential. It's not optional, but it's essential to your success, to promote your books and connect with your reader. Very important to connect with your reader. So remember, in the brand ideal client, that's why you need to know where they're hanging out. We've talked about this before, but just a little reminder. So sometimes it's tricky to figure out which the best platform for me. You might have a preference for a platform, but might not be the right platform for your genre and your book. So we're going to look at this. So we're going to look at Twitter or X, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok to promote your book. So it's all about presence. It's all about creating the buzz. It's all about excitement, FOMO. So we don't want to just tell them everything. We want to put little breadcrumbs, and we want to create FOMO and, you know, really excitement for your book. If you're doing your pre-marketing and if your book's out, you want to be giving them a reason why they're going to buy your book. And so you're going to give them something for free. whatever that may be. If you were someone who does meditation, you might have a free guided meditation. If you do exercise, you might have a free exercise. You might have a very interesting podcast with someone that's really at the top of their game that you want to share, because sharing's caring. When you share other people, you grow yourself. So it's important to do that. So let's look at some of these platforms and how you can use them to target your book. So Twitter or X, it's all about quick-wittedness. It's all about just short, sharp. It's the shop window. It's a shop window here. Look what I've got. And it's about being concise, engaging content, and real-time conversations. As you know, when football's on, so sport, if your topic covers sport, for example, you can see if there's a football match on, people are commenting, or there's soaps, people are commenting on the soaps, or something political that's going on, or something in the media, celebrity. So if that is the kind of area you need to be, and there's a big book audience on Twitter, and Twitter's where the media hang out. So if you believe your book is of interest for the media, they need to hear it, you're on a mission to make a difference, you've got such a magnetic message, then you want to be creating relationships with the media, magazines, TV, radio, all of that, and create that relationship so that they'll come to you. Because if you've got a book that puts you as an expert, and they're more likely to ask you on, and we'll talk about that. So you want to do that. It's like with your blogs, you just go and give the opening sentence, put the link, and then you can take them away from X and take them to your website. Wow. And when they get to the website, they're going to look about, they're going to have a bit of a nosy. You've got a media pack on there. If the media want to find out more about you, you will have a media pack from us as a gift, which is worth about £500. You can pay way more than that. So just use all of these tools to your advantage. And so it's all about something snappy. It's coming out. I've got a cover reveal. My launch is coming. Whatever it is, I've got a book signing. Come and join me. Something, make it witty, make it fun, not too heavy, not too serious. And what's good about it, it really helps you focus on your writing because you've only got 280 characters. So it's about being creative, being witty, puns. So if that's part of your brand, then you really need to be considering using X to showcase your personality and your writing style. So if you are contemporary fiction, you like political commentary and humour, then you want to go on there. Now, you could go on there with one idea and aspect and get lots of followers, and then be putting in, I am writing, I am reader, all of that, and they will go and see what you're doing. Because if you show interest in them, guess what happens? Human nature, they're going to show interest in you. So how do you have success on Twitter? Post regularly. Doesn't matter what platform you're on, it's the same. Be regular, be consistent, and engage. Don't just put out posts, but go and engage with some of your followers, and then they'll recommend you. Because on a Friday, it's hashtag follow me, and you get lots of followers on Friday. So share your progress and what's going on, any promotions that's coming up. So make sure you're following the relevant people. Who are the influencers? What media do I need to follow? Go and follow them, and make sure you're commenting so they get to know you. The more you comment, you're going to stand out if you do it quite regular. And of course, within their community, there's going to be raving fans for you as well. And of course, most important, use hashtags. So it could be book lovers, as I said, I'm reading, hashtag I'm reading, hashtag I'm writing, hashtag writing community. So hashtag media, hashtag, oh goodness, there's one and it's really important. I'll come back to me, sorry. I'll make sure I put it in with that. Of course. So how do you stay out of trouble? Just avoid negativity. Don't get sucked in. Don't get caught with that. Block people if necessary, but just focus on being positive engagement. So let's now look at Instagram. So Instagram is about showcasing visual appeal. It's all visual. So things that are going to catch attention, look visually pleasing, bright, vivacious, sexy, dare I say. And if you are, it's suited for anything that's visually driven content and storytelling. So, you know, you've got your front cover, you might have a character. Children's books are great for Instagram, but look at how can you show. So if you've got a quote, we did this for an author, fiction author, where we created a whole series of visual appeals, and we just put a wee bit of a quote from the book on it. That was very successful, very good. So make sure it's very visual and pleasing. Exotic places, children, animals. Get creative, get innovative, find ways of taking elements of your book and representing it visual. So maybe you've got a cookbook or something like that, travelogues, children's books, graphic novels. But again, Instagram's got a massive book. So don't put it off if you've got a non-fiction book. Just get inventive. Find ways of making your book visual. Some non-fiction books have lots of visuals in it, so that's quite good. You can share that. So share anything that's interesting, you doing things, book signings, anything that showcases your brand as well as the book. So make sure you do that. So as I said, there must be eye-catching images and it's engaging captions. Get clever with your captions. Just go and look at headlines in newspapers and things. Find something that you can say that's funny, that makes them jaw drop or sharp intake of breath, and always have something that you can encourage interaction. They like to interact, ask questions, share little anecdotes, and invite readers to share their thoughts. What did they think about this? You know, what do you think about this front cover? Do you like this one? What do you think about this character? What do you think? You know, so you're not going to do that every post. And we'll talk about the types of posts. We'll do another social media and the types of posts that you want to put out. So, and then you don't deviate. You don't deviate. You just get better and better and better at it. I will share that another week. So again, it's all about staying positive and limiting the comments, and it's all about brand. So it's really about getting your brand out there in a visual way. So again, positive atmosphere. So but like on Twitter, follow people that inspire you and share their content as well, and make sure it reflects your own content and your interests. And there's a massive book community on Instagram, so make sure you're using the hashtags there as well. And you can limit comments, so you don't want too much comment. You don't want to take away from the visual appealing. And again, keywords is very important. And of course, it's all about your brand. So no negative behavior, everything positive, be true to your brand. When you've worked through the brand element on school, you will have a brand strategy sheet that's got, I think it's either 9 or 12 elements that you need in place to really know who you are and what you're doing, including brand reader, brand voice, brand message, all of that. So Facebook is about connecting with readers through groups and pages. So if you've got an author page on there, just like on Amazon, you need an author central. We're not talking about Amazon today, but I just thought, because we're talking about pages, make sure they look the same. Your website, your Amazon central, your business pages, whether on LinkedIn or on Facebook, should all have a similar look and feel, with your branding, of course, your logo, your colors being consistent throughout. So Facebook's great for fostering engagement, a bit like Instagram, but a bit deeper, and build communities. So if you've not got a group, follow me, get yourself a group and get interaction. You want to be building those readers. And if you engage well, they'll tell their friends and they'll come along as well. So you might want to give freebies away, recommend other books that they might read, get their opinion, get them to be beta readers for you. That's something else we'll be talking about. And it's usually Facebook's for if your target audience is a wee bit older, and you've got a number of different genres. Facebook's great for that. There's groups for everything on Facebook. So just find yours, and that's a secret that you really need to spend. You don't need to spend money. I never will do it for you. We've actually got some that we can share. We've spent time going and finding 10 groups that you might join. And it's not just groups, it's got big numbers. But the most important thing, it's better to have 1,000 people in your group or even 500, but the interact is to have 20,000 in the group and you don't get much comment. That's not good. So it's not a numbers game, it's about the quality and not the quantity. So make sure you find those groups where fits your genres and get it out there. So the success here is create a page, join groups, and share valuable content. Talk about what you're writing about. Talk about what your own philosophy is on, I don't know, personal development, on what kind of habits have you got. Share great content and create that Facebook page, join the groups and share valuable content. There we go. I'm just repeating myself now. So you can give tips and you can just really nurture people within that. And of course, get them to add their voice to what it is that you're trying to achieve. People want to help, that's for sure. And again, moderate the comments. Anything that's negative, you can delete, get it out. If you feel you need to block somebody from your group, please do that. Set the guidelines in the beginning. I tend to have 3. I've been in groups where there's a whole raft of do's and don'ts, and I'm not part of that community. I'm an adult. Don't tell me what to do and what not to do, you know. So you can just say, be respectful, join in, and always ask for their email. And then you can start adding it to your list for their newsletter. They can add it in there as well. So it's about creating a great vibe, a great positive atmosphere. So let's move on to LinkedIn. And this is where if you're writing a business book, self-help book, personal development book, you're a professional, you want to go there, you can network, and you're going to find other industry experts that are going to help promote you. So if someone's further ahead than you are in your journey, create a podcast and interview them, ask them questions, go and comment on their work, and then they'll start commenting on your work. That's how it works. I'm surprised at some of the people that comment on the posts that we put out. But let me tell you something about LinkedIn and all social media. The best way to grow your list is not just your posting on its own. It's all the interaction that you do on other posts. That will get you more followers than your post will, for sure. And maybe join a pod. We're going to create a pod on LinkedIn and join a pod, because so if there's 20 of us in a pod, that means we put out on our own feeds our article, our post, and then the 19 other people go comment, like they can share if they feel so. But most important is to comment, is to like and comment. And it's not just a comment like great post. That's not going to cut the mustard. You're going to really have to write 1 to 2 short sentences. So, you know, enough. So it's because LinkedIn's all about engagement. It's all about communication. So that's what they want to see. So it's a great place. Our business has grown so much because of LinkedIn. I've become more confident and I know exceptional people because of LinkedIn. So if you're in business, you're going to be on there, but let's take it seriously and let's look at how we're going to significantly grow it. Find those experts, find the influencers, with potential readers. You know, if you're writing about, I don't know, business accounts, for example, half the people on LinkedIn are going to be interested because they're in business and they need to know maybe you've got some quirky, innovative ideas and stories around finance, because it's a bit dry. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I want to get the cross out to say, oh, no, not for me. So really good for authors if it's non-fiction, business and self-help books. I have seen fiction on there as well. You just have to be a bit more thoughtful as to what the posts are going to be like, you know. But I never say never. You know, find your way, find your way. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving you ideas, but also find your way. We all got to find our own way. So the most important thing about the tips for success is optimize your profile. So make sure it's up to date, it's regular. So at the start, I think I say in 2024, do that, and maybe later on in the spring, I might go and change a phrase to reflect that I'm now talking about as we move into the second quarter, for example, so people can see it's all relevant. So make sure you're showcasing your expertise and that it reflects your brand as well. Reach out to people to know how you can get recommendations and all of these things that's on your LinkedIn. Reach out. We should all be helping each other and doing each other's. So maybe we'll make that a task. So put your LinkedIn handle in the comment below this video, and then let's go and make sure we're connecting, and then let's see how you can further support your fellow authors. It's about community. So again, just like Instagram, connect with the influencers, connect with the people who, where you want to be. That's how you're going to raise your profile. That's how you're going to increase your authority. So for example, Simon Ong, now I've known Simon since 2016 or something, you know, quite a few years now. And I met him when he was just starting out after leaving his corporate world. And now, after he's written his book, 2 years later, he's now sharing stages with people like Joe Wicks. Come on. Marie Forleo, Simon Sinek are just some of the names that he's associated with now. So what do you think that does for his brand? Oh, catapults it into the stratosphere. So watch this space, you know. I'm absolutely going to, he's getting there. He's on the media, he's on Sky TV quite a lot. Anytime they talk about personal development, which is a life coach. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Of course, his book's Energize. Unfortunately, I can't say that we've published it, but still promote it anyway, because he's an amazing human being. And again, what's good about LinkedIn, you can share your thought leadership. So when you're writing your book, you can share some of the ideas. Obviously, you're not going to go into great detail, but just some of the ideas. I'm writing a book, and in my book, I'm going to be discussing how to be a standout brand. Do you work in the brand industry? What's your go-to tip to help people? You know, that kind of thing. So you meet other branders, and then you'll find one you think, God, I want to be like them. You know, I want to be attracting those people. I want to be earning the money. I want to be on TV. You know, and why do you want it? It's not an ego thing. It's because you're on a mission to make a difference. It's your purpose. So look to see what other people are doing and then copy them. Until you find your feet, and then you create your own style. That's how it works. That's an educational, my expertise of 25 years. Copy till you're confident, and then create your own. So, and of course on LinkedIn, it's about professionalism, always a positive image. Again, it's your brand. Don't have too many controversial topics. Sometimes you see controversial topics. You want to have controversy, go to Twitter. It's filled with controversy. And of course, just make sure that the interactions are respectful. You say please, you say thank you when people comment, go in and say thank you, and do that. Remember, it's the interaction that's most important. So TikTok video, one of the fastest ways to grow your brand. Bring what you're saying to life by video. Now, TikTok's great. You can go into TikTok, you can do 15 seconds, you can do 30 seconds, and you can do 60 seconds. Of course, you can record longer videos and put them up. But the whole point of TikTok, it's just short little ones. There's a lot of humor on there. It's very entertaining video content. Now, there's nothing to stop you being creative and inventive for doing that for your book, even if it's a business book. You know, find that way. Again, big, huge book talk community on TikTok. Now, it says it's for younger people. You do get a lot of young people on there. But if you've been on TikTok recently, you'll see that it's growing with more and more professionals. There are traditional published authors on there doing fantastic stuff. Liz Fennick is one of them. I love Liz. She's very down to earth and works very hard to have the amount of success that she's got. And that's a traditionally published author, because, guys, I'm going to tell you now, traditional publishers don't do the marketing. Guess whose job it is to do the marketing? The author. Publishers will help with a launch, and then it's over to you. No doubt they can advise and things like that, but they don't do it. You have to put all the time, effort, and investment in. So, again, you'll get young readers, you'll get adult fiction on there. And again, it's very engaging. So the content that you put on TikTok can also go on Instagram and go on your YouTube. I'm not going to talk about YouTube, but that's another one. Again, it's all video based. How to are the most successful videos on YouTube in the business world. So create those engaging videos, capture audience's attention. There's so much going on. If you ever go through it, showcase your book. Remember #BookTalk, hashtags in all of them. I think there's a document that tells you how many hashtags to use for each one, but don't overkill it. I see people overkill. You know, Twitter's 1 or 2. I do 3 on LinkedIn. Say, you know, if you go with the rule of 3, you're not going to go bad at all. And look at the trending hashtags, what's trending, and see how you can create something that fits into the trending hashtags at the time. And it's a great way to increase visibility, because it's all about visibility. That's why you do social media, because you can have the best book in the world, but if nobody knows who you are, your book, or anything about you, how can they buy your book? How can they buy your programs? How can they interact with you? How can they come and listen to you talk? How can they do anything? They can't. Visibility is queen. So, and again, collaborate with the influencers. Look who are the influencers in your genre, in your area, who has got a lot of media attention, a lot of products that they give away, all of that they get for free. And so you're looking for these people who's going to give you a leg up, so to speak, in your field. Again, you need to focus on what your niche is. Just block any trolls that come along. And again, it's about positivity. So which platform are you going to choose? Twitter or X, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, or TikTok? I'm going to add YouTube onto that at the moment as well, because Instagram, TikTok, you're repurposing. LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, repurposing. So we can talk about specific types of posts at some point, but just be positive, foster a supportive community, and enjoy it. Enjoy what you're sharing. That is the most important thing that you can do, is that you let's get back, is that you share, that you enjoy, that you enjoy everything you're doing. So have fun with it. If it's not fun for you, don't do it. Find a way of doing things that are fun. I remember when I started out, for example, I had this, I think it's in here. My coaching business is called Diamond Success. So I did lots of videos with this diamond, had it at my eye, and just created a bit of fun and interest with the diamond. So, you know, use props, have your book, read from book. Oh, and on that, so tomorrow is Read Aloud, World Read Aloud Day. So find a bit of your book. If you've not got a book yet, find a bit of your manuscript. And I'm talking about no more than a minute. Read a little bit that's compelling, that they want to find out what's happening next, or they want to know more about you, or what happened when I don't know, you were homeless and destitute. How did you get out of that? You know, just a wee bit from what your book is, and that will be really, really great if we can all come together. And then don't forget to tag me, and then when I do it, let's share each other's or like and comment at least. And if you're so compelled to do so, please share as well. That'll help the algorithms and the reach of your posts. So there we have it, a wee bit deeper about the social media platforms. So I focus on LinkedIn is my number one, Twitter, and then TikTok, a bit of Facebook. But here's the thing: we had a potential client the other day, and I asked her how did she find us, and she said Facebook, and I thought, whoa! So guess what? I'm creating a campaign to get back onto Facebook because we are leaving a lot of potential clients of a high caliber on the table. So just make sure you really know where your clients are hanging out. See, the thing about Facebook, there's a lot of business groups, there's a lot of women empowerment groups. So if that's your bag, then you've got to find the best ones that resonate with you, that you've got people in there who really need to hear your message and read your book, and start building relationships. So there we have it. Please put like, comments below this video, and also don't forget to go into school and go into general discussion and tell us if there's something that you want me to talk about, and then we'll create a field focus about that. We're running with this series of field focus sessions, but we're going to be changing it at Easter time. We're going to mix it up a little bit, because it's important that you get the most important aspects of what will make you successful. So actually, audit and know your social media platforms is key to your brand, key to your success, key to getting followers, keys to getting reviews. So what we've been doing today is great. Do your own research. I'm giving you a starter for 10, but go and find out more. Speak to people who are experts in that field. So we've had some people come on and speak about LinkedIn. I know someone that does X or Twitter. I know an influencer on Instagram. So I'm going to reach out, and maybe they'll come along and do a little session for us. But guys, you need to be here. You need to be in school. And I really have big plans for school and for your success. And that's why I'm doing it. So until next time, this is Brenda saying, be brilliant. Much love. To the pit.